Hello everyone and welcome to a very special edition of The Gang Plays Casual. We have got a live League of Light match in the top 16 this week. Our very own Bradley Shallon taking on Brandon Lakeup, and I've got with me commentating on this match Max Ritter and Steven. Steven, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Travis. Ready to watch this game. Should be a good one.
Let's do it. And Max, how are you?
We're here.
Woohoo!
We're in it.
All right. It's kind of ironic that Brad and Brandon ended up facing each other in this first round. So it's one of those things that we talked about where I asked, hey, did you guys want to face each other? And, well, in this case, they did.
First round, too. So
I know. And Max, you already did your...
Yeah.
You did yours this week already,
I played my match last night.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to spoil it?
I mean, it was a good one.
No. Yeah, we'll save that for next time.
Okay.
But, Steven, you haven't played yet, right?
No, I have not played yet, so I think I'd play mine later in the week here.
Just casual banter talk while they're getting set up. Folks, I will be your streamer and caster, and then Steven and Max are going to check on those deck lists for me, which is nice. So what are the boys playing tonight? Max, why don't you tell me what Brad's playing?
So Brad is playing his Zed Storm deck that he was playing for the last couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty similar to what he was playing. I don't think there's really that much change in it at all. So yeah, we'll see how that works for him.
Steven, what about Brandon?
So Brandon's going in with some Lightning Wind. It looks like he's got an aggressive list. Yeah, so he's playing some hasty boys with like Kunashira, Alua. He's got some Aranea in there, and he's got a Stinian and Behemoth K. So he's actually got some crazy synergies in here. He's got backup Chelinka. It should be pretty interesting to see. And then he has Althea in there. So he's got the Nordstalin kind of lineup back there to kind of smooth things out. So
cool.
I would say right now, Brad doesn't have too many answers for a lot of the 2-cost forwards that Brandon's going to have. So I think Brandon's going to try to play around that. He's got some big stuff like Lightning, like you see there. Then he flipped over the
Veritas,
top. Yep,
nice.
Yeah, definitely. Lightning and Veritas are some big ones that he'll play. He also has some FFBE synergies in there, too, so he can kind of search out any of the cards or answers that he might need at a time. But I have a feeling he's going to probably stick around 3 to 4 backups to make sure that Kunashira is probably going to be live.
Right.
Yeah, he had
That's
to
interesting. I'm used to the only Lightning Wind decks I've ever really known are kind of the damage ones, like with Sakura or with Orlandu, and they'll have a Cactuar to ping you, and then they break a bunch of damage for it. So this will be interesting to see something that at least sounds like it's pretty different from that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of haste, a lot of damage. He's going to try to push as much damage as possible. It looks like he's actually playing both Opus 13 Lightnings. So
yeah, he's playing the 2-drop, the Wind Lightning, and Lightning. So
yeah.
Everyone's favorite Bard coming down. You're always happy to see that in a nice deck.
Yeah.
If I were Brad, the moment I see that Alba go into damage, like if he can help it, don't pitch any summons because you don't want to give him that little hasty shot. I playing against a friend of mine, he plays Alba all the time, and eventually I've gotten to the point now where I just won't even discard the summon unless I absolutely have to because he just loves to turn one. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Summon Alba, get rid of it.
Well, if we want to go into a little bit of spoiler, Alba put in work in my match that I played last night.
Yeah?
So it definitely did a lot of work for him.
Yeah.
She's a good card, man. And I think it's that perfect combination of not only dumping their break zone, but the power boost, too, so that she can actually match up with
deal some
the bigger
damage,
bodies.
Yeah, if she was just a vanilla 5K that had the removal effects, it would not be nearly as good as it is because you wouldn't be able to swing in as much.
She's effectively like a 2-cost 8K.
Almost,
yeah, with haste.
If you,
in theory.
It looks like...
Oh, so what... Brave Exvius. Okay, Behemoth King is Brave Exvius, right?
Behemoth K, he's got Veritas, and he also has...
and Kunashira is too, right?
Kunashira is, yes, and Mid as well. He's got all of those in his list.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, okay.
He's got a good variety. It's probably a good color fixer for him too. So seeing that's probably.
So when you show your opponent like that, you've just fetched out Veritas. As Brad, I wonder, do you want to maybe put out something small and try to bait out the Veritas, or I wonder like what the best way to play around that is?
Going wide, I think, is probably a good option. At least pairing it up with some of your bigger threats. I think Brad might be a little hard to do that because a lot of his stuff is
high
stuff
cost.
He wants to keep on. Yeah, high cost stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if he's Storm, since they have Veritas, obviously Brandon probably doesn't want to play that out until we see a forward. So maybe he just takes the time. Okay, I'll just keep ramping up backups then. Like, I'm not going to give you a target for that Veritas.
That's true.
I mean, he could definitely set up and then do like some sort of lock play.
That's true. Yeah, well, and Locke could break it too if it's already out.
Yep.
He also has Zidane, so he could just Zidane the
is it the 3CP one?
Yes. So he can just Zidane the Veritas out of the hand if he feels like that's a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
He's throwing away his favorite card Zed, so he must. I wonder if that card's any good in this matchup.
Probably not, because there's not a lot of ping damage coming in from Brandon. So if anything, he's just going to be looking for big bodies against big bodies. Also, that Edward seeing that early is going to be really good for Brad. He's going to protect against the Alexanders and stuff that Brandon's going to be having. So
I would say you have his list. What summons does Brandon run?
Brandon only runs the Opus 5 Odin and the Opus 8 Alexander. So
interesting.
Only 3 of each, so he only runs 6 summons. But I'm assuming he's going to be holding on to these Alexanders to blow up either that Star Sybil or some other cards like Tyro, which color fix for him. So,
well, remind me what the Opus 5 Odin does.
It's going to be the choose one of the 2 following effects. It's going to be choose 1 forward of cost 3 or less, break it, or choose 1 monster of cost 3 or less, break it.
Gotcha.
So it's actually really good against Ochu too. So Brad's actually
yeah.
That's a good point. So if Ochu has become a forward, does Odin get like double power and it makes a forward and a monster all in one?
That would be nice.
But no, it's double dead.
It's double dead, yeah.
Right.
It gets to be killed by both effects.
It's at Zombieland, double tap.
Right.
Double tap.
I wonder if Brandon has a Kunshira in hand here because this would be a really you want to play it off of 2 backups, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's while.
Oh, there's the Alexander on the Star Sybil.
He's not even going to give him a chance.
I didn't think so. That's probably in Brandon's best interest here to keep him off a low backup count if he can. And then it also kind of smooths out the curve a little bit. Brandon will still have 5 in hand. Because if he did have a Kunshira in hand, would that have left him at 5? That would have left him at 6. That would have left him at 6. So it may have been a little awkward too.
More.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's also rough.
Does Brad?
I'm just saying that's kind of rough for Brad because I think his whole play was to break the Star Sybil to play the Zed that he just searched out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get it for free. Do you know if he plays Semi Lafina in that list?
No.
Does he do wind or is it more earth ice?
It's more well, it's kind of like he plays the Althea and the Nordstalin.
Okay.
And then his only ice backups are Edward and Kuchaspel. And then it's mainly earth, I think.
So he just needs to get that wind CP down there.
Yeah. So
which luckily Althea is out of range of Alexander. Obviously the Nordstalin wouldn't be.
I think this.
The Tyro. He threw out a Zidane for it too. I almost wonder if maybe he was lacking the wind CP to do it, but
I think he's really hurting for that wind CP. I think that's why he's trying to get something down like that, like a Tyro.
I'll say because that Zidane would have been really nice to peek at Brandon's hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just see what he's got. Okay, well, yeah, and you can just get another one anyway. Man, if Brandon hits him with another Alexander, that's gonna be rough.
That's gonna really hurt Brad if he has another Alexander in hand. That would be 2 of the Alexanders already, wouldn't it?
That would be 2. Yeah. Or I can't.
No, it's just the one. It's just the one. I was looking at Brad's break zone there.
Yeah,
he had pitched one as well. So
he threw out 2 Ishtola already, a Yasmat and an Unsaganashi with the Alba. He's thrown out a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Let's see if Brad's keeping that break zone clear of summons. He does have his own Alexander in there now, so the Alba has a target if Brandon can get it. It's kind of weird seeing Brandon play a deck like this. The 3 of us have the benefit of knowing Brandon personally, but he's such a control player that likes to go to a lot of backups, and obviously a card like Kunshira kind of goes against this. So it's really interesting he went with
He's like a classic Earthwind player.
He really is. I mean, he's a guy that he will do probably some of the most efficient things possible just because he's a huge value guy. So if he can draw like 4 or 5 cards in a turn, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Even if it might not be the optimal play, he's gonna feel like that's optimal for drawing.
I think this is where you drop. If he has the Kunshira, this is where you drop it.
Oh yeah, perfectly.
Yeah, it's a perfect.
Just start putting that pressure on. What kind of, like, if Kunshira comes down, it's its big 9K self. What kind of removal does Brad even have for
it? He could.
Does he have any?
He could do.
He can freeze it, obviously, but
there's not really much.
It looks like he has Hecaton and maybe a Zalira, but he only runs 2 of the Hecaton and 1 of the Zalira. So, I mean, he really doesn't have a lot of options here for him against the Kunshira. So,
Brandon just leaving the CP up, though, so either he has the Alexander and he's going to cast it, or he just didn't have anything good to use it on.
Again, Brandon likes to keep 5 in hand. So.
He does.
Yeah. I don't know, but wouldn't you Alexander the Tyro in this situation? Because that's literally Brad's CP fixer.
Yeah, if he had it, I feel like you would, but maybe didn't have it.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think you would have let the Tyro untap if he had the Alexander in hand. So
yeah,
that probably would have been casted on his turn.
Well, we'll get a look. See. Yeah. Hopefully he. Okay, so he didn't have it. He had Mione, Lightning, Veritas, Chelinka, Behemoth K. So I understand why he didn't play 4 of it. Would the Mione have been worth playing? Maybe like Bouncy
that would have put him at
Althea
6, right?
Yeah, I think.
Would it?
Yeah.
That
would have put him at 6.
Well, no, I had it at 5 because you tapped the 2, which drops you.
Oh,
to
but
4
he would have gotten
hand.
1 back though.
Yeah, you're right. He has 2 in hand. You're right. He gains 2. Yeah, 1 the card being returned and then the draw.
Yeah.
I would. What do you think he should hit here?
That is a good question.
Well, if you really want to mess up his curve, I'd probably hit the Mione or the Chelinka. I mean, the Lightning's probably not going to hit much for him. Behemoth K isn't a huge threat right now. He doesn't have any haste. But I think other than that, I don't think there's too much.
Yeah, I think the Mione or okay, yeah.
Yeah, the Mione. Yep. Yeah, the Mione, definitely.
I'll say I don't think Brandon wants to put out Lightning to just take out Zidane.
No, definitely not. But even then, he would have the option to pick one of his own forwards. So there's kind of a little bit of incentive for them not to.
So to clarify, that Lightning, you can split her effect, right? You can.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One in your own break zone, and then one of their forwards. That's nice. It's nice. It's that versatile.
Yeah, and also just to kind of point it out beforehand, because we might see it. Brandon always has some nice little deck building stuff in mind. So if he does have the Althea down and he chooses to discard 2 and tap 3 backups and keeps that Althea up with the Lightning, he can return that Lightning to his hand before that triggers, and he can just remove those 2 forwards. And
that's pretty nice.
Yeah. So you essentially have a basically 2 forward removal and bouncing that Lightning back to hand too. So it should be pretty nice, because if you do the Althea effect before the Lightning or the first ETB on Lightning resolves, even if they do kill it and fizzle the Althea, they're still going to lose 2 forwards because the Lightning will die. It's exiting the field effect will go onto the stack and won't be able to do anything with it. So
I was just about to suggest I hope he plays the Chelinka out here. I'm glad he did, because it's going to be a while, I think, before he can get that Brave double attack. So I think I kind of value just having the full backup line right now.
Definitely. And you can replay that Chelinka at any point in time.
Exactly,
too, so.
yeah.
Though, to be fair, he did have one of the perfect cards in his hand to do the Chelinka effect, and that was Behemoth K.
Behemoth K, yeah.
Yeah, but it can't attack yet, too, so he knows.
Well, if you had the Red Mage out, I mean,
true, but he just played it this turn.
Yeah.
Well, so. No, but I'm saying if you held on to the Chelinka, and then played the Behemoth K, and then played the Chelinka.
Well, he could still do that.
You could still do that.
So without giving it haste.
But he does also have options to get rid of his backups if he does draw a Kunshira, because he can just Althea into the Chelinka.
I'll say this Chalinka's from Opus 11, and one Opus later, they made a card that's like, actually, it's cheaper to just bounce it back with Althea.
Yeah. You actually don't have to use that effect anymore. You can just use some other cheaper effect.
No burst for you.
Actually, Brandon's deck doesn't play many bursts. I think he only has 2. Yeah, he
only
has
has
2 in his deck. Yeah.
What are they?
Both Yasmat.
Both Yasmat.
He's got 2 Yasmat. That's
and
it.
then
one's in the break zone.
Brad only plays 6, so they're not very high EX bursts.
Brad are his just Star Sybil and Tyro?
3. No, he has one more.
Oh, he's got 1 Kusith.
Okay. But so it should be a pretty honest match then, in the sense
for the
that
most part, yeah.
No one's gonna have any. That's got to be some comfort. It's like, okay, chances. Oh, here he comes.
Well, yeah, because in theory, even if he plays the Veritas, he'll just choose the Zidane.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. I'm looking at Brandon's list here. I don't know if he has too many answers for. Actually, he's got Lightning. Lightning's a great answer here. So Lightning enters, chooses Neo Exdeath and Zidane, and then you just remove the Lightning. And
it removes both. Yeah. That's true. That's
probably what he's going to do here.
He's tapping 5, and he's going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just say, I'll trade Lightning for both your forwards.
Yep. And they're both removed from the game too, so that's a pretty hefty deal there.
You called it perfect. Well, and we knew he had. I wonder if Brad knows it works that way.
He may not, and that may be some.
I'll say because he had it in hand. Yeah, I'll say because he knew he had the Lightning in hand.
Yeah, looks like
he might have just thought.
We got the Madden arrows going on here.
Right. Yeah.
Braden's trying to explain how this works to Brad, I'm sure.
Right. No, that was a great counter. I wonder why Brad. So most people who play Neo Exdeath, they really go for that turn 1 turbo. Hey, you just lose immediately if you don't have an answer. But Brad really seems to favor more of I just kind of drop him out whenever style. I wonder why that is.
That's true. I wonder how that works for him. I mean, obviously, Neo Exdeath has that heavier effect when it kind of enters the field right away.
Right.
But I wonder how the control element kind of works out. Also, it being kind of interesting that it can be played off Star Sybil, so that's always good.
That's true. Yeah, hitting that for free is really nice.
He has it set up where he says, well, I have the Neo Exdeath, so I can put it behind the Fel Thanos.
That's true.
Oh, I think.
I don't. Yeah.
Yes.
He gets my point. But where was my train of thought? I mean, he's got one of each, the Neo Exdeath and the Fel Thanos. He wants to put that behind there, so I don't know how reliable that is.
Yeah, so Brad was just asking for a judge call, so as we kind of guessed, he didn't understand the interaction, which is fine, because most people...
It's a specific interaction.
Yeah.
And I wonder if... that's one of those things that if we ever got, designer talks, I would love to hear if that was intentional, or if it was kind of just, it just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah. That would be pretty nice. That would be really interesting. I know they have a few articles out just talking about cards in general. Maybe not the design so much of certain cards, but I think that would be pretty interesting if Square kind of put something out that really described and went into detail about why they design certain cards certain ways.
Yeah. I would love to hear stuff like that. I just find, I always find it fascinating. Oh, yeah. Especially because some stuff is, of course, that one I knew, but there's others like, oh, really? I didn't know things work that way.
Mm-hmm. Barrel Eye, so pretty interesting.
Big bad Barrel Eye. Does he have? So what does he have in his list to reactivate Barrel Eye? I've seen some of the discard, like the Zide combo seems obvious.
Max.
Does he have a lot of reactivation?
Max,
I see a Riku.
You're the Brad specialist.
He has Althea.
I see a Riku.
Yeah, Riku. There's not really a lot in here.
He's got Ochus and stuff.
Oh yeah, Ochu.
This is gonna be Veritas, I'm betting.
That's
that's probably a good bet.
Man, I know what Storm can do, but Brandon just has such a huge advantage right now with his backups and everything that.
Not even that. He's really far ahead here with that Althea down. He's got protection for this stuff.
Yeah.
So if Brad tries to overextend with a lock or anything like that, he's just gonna
he can bounce it back.
Yeah.
And even if he doesn't protect it, you still always have that Veritas exit trigger, which with only 3 backups means you're pretty limited on what you can sack for it.
And Brad also has to be careful. If he decides to, if he does play the lock, he plays a lock out and targets the Veritas and forces him to break the Veritas and discard a card from hand. That entire effect fizzles if he returns that Veritas to hand.
Oh, that's right.
Field, so. It is also Brad's backup line is not great against this match because he doesn't really play any summons, and you have 2.
We could see a Toto down here. I think I could see Brad playing a Shantoto just to get rid of that Veritas.
Then you don't have to worry about that. I mean, I guess he could still save it, but.
And that's not ideal, but it helps color fix as well, too. It gives him another color fixer. So.
Yeah, he's going to have to do some. Man, I was excited to see this Kunshira because I haven't really seen anyone use that card yet, and it hasn't shown up yet.
What he could, in theory, do is do the White Tiger and try to freeze the Althea and see if he'll force.
Try to force it out of him. Especially as long as you have one more forward to protect it. Yeah. So that way if he tries to replay the Veritas, I like that. I mean, that White Tiger is just a beast if he comes down. He's going to start taking over the game.
It looks like he's trying to play something.
I do very much feel like a football commentating team right now.
Yeah, you got the broadcaster and you got the color kind of coming in and talking about it. So it's pretty interesting.
Out of respect for Brad and Brandon, I'm not drawing arrows all over their field right now. But
you totally should.
Yeah, right. Now here is Zaid. If Zaid hits this guy right here, he's going to return the ball this way. Yeah. But he's got to watch out for an interception on this end.
The way that the defense is stacked in this cover 2 formation is. Yeah,
it's pretty brutal here. He's running that Tampa 2. It's got the middle of the field's wide open.
And then with the double tight end package, it's very, very tough for them to get to stop them. So
they really got to change up the coverages here.
Yeah.
If a Kunshira comes out now, it's what, 6,000 power?
6,000 haste.
6,000 haste. So
it's still got a wicked special though. I do like that special.
Yeah. I wonder, I don't know what's in Brandon's hand. I wonder if you actually just run the Veritas into the Zaid right now and just say, you can go ahead and block and kill it, but now you're going to have to get rid of one of your 3 backups or your only forward.
Could do that. Brandon would have to discard. I don't think that's too much of an issue for him. But
I'll say I feel like he'd still be ahead, though. He'd be shrinking his board size from 4 to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at that point, Brad definitely just takes that damage, but he's playing on something.
BK, you can have it your way. Max, he could have tapped the 3 wind, assuming he had a lightning in hand, pitched it, put out the Behemoth K, and then given it haste with Red Mage.
Yeah.
I think we're going to assume that the lightning card he probably had in hand, he does not want to get rid of.
Right. Yeah, I mean, granted, he's also in the driver's seat right now, so I understand him not feeling any pressure to...
Okay. I think this would be an interesting time to...
Use Shantoto here if you have it. You attack with Zaid. If you got it, you attack with the Zaid, see if you can get a damage or a discard or something. Because cancel that Veritas trigger, get rid of that Behemoth K. Althea's down. She can't protect any of them. So if he's got
this would be the time to do it, for sure.
Yeah. Because if that Behemoth King starts swinging, then...
Yeah. He's got to at least get rid of the Behemoth K, which he has options to do. He can always Hecaton Chair and then pump Zaid up by 1,000.
True.
And then that would also kill the Behemoth K and then make Brandon discard.
Zalira isn't terrible either, although it'll still deal 1 point of damage.
I think this is what's happening. I think
this is an easy block for Brandon on the Veritas.
Oh.
No? Yeah, maybe he didn't want to discard.
That could have been it. I think I definitely take that block though with Veritas, because if he does Shantoto, if he does try to Shantoto, it's gonna make it really awkward. But I guess he would just sack off his own Zaid.
You would just sack the Zaid, right? Yeah, because
that's true.
And then he would still be discarding. So I think maybe Brandon's
just take it.
Yeah, Brandon's I guess valuing the card in his hand over the damage that he's taking. So
yeah, that's definitely. I mean, and that's in my opinion usually a pretty good trade.
Yeah,
for the most part. Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah, Brandon's. Oh no.
That's
oh no, but that's gonna break it though.
Yeah, it'll break.
Yep. I forgot that secret line of text on there. Behemoth K when he forwards ability just breaks forward.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
BB.
That line keeps me up at night.
Yeah. I forgot that card had that line of text.
See, that's the one. If I could talk to a developer, I'd ask. So why did you call him Behemoth K and not Behemoth King? Because obviously that's what it's supposed to be. At least I would assume so. That's what it is in all the Final Fantasy games.
It's a Brave Exvius, right? So maybe it's a Brave Exvius.
Yeah. Man, I wonder if Brad knew that,
Probably
or if that's maybe
not.
just the best thing he had in his hand.
There's no way. Yeah.
Rewind?
See, Brad's did not know that.
Yeah, he didn't realize the text.
Interesting.
Brandon being a good guy there, letting him be like,
I guess we'll let it go through, Brad.
Yeah. I'll let it rewind. That's fine. To be fair to Brad, he hasn't played in a while, so especially these newer cards, he really is unfamiliar with a lot of them. So yeah,
This
I'm sure
is
Brandon was
casual
like,
league,
okay, if
so-
you do that.
Now, if he has a Shantoto,
Yeah, you still
still do it.
drop it here.
Oh, yeah.
you still do it.
I mean, even if he sticks with the, what's it called, the Nimbus, he could still freeze the Veritas.
Yeah.
Then you just don't have to worry about it getting sacked or whatever.
I mean, yeah.
Or the Althea even. And you're just going to have to accept the Behemoth's going to hit you. I didn't lose you guys, did I?
No,
No,
we're
we're good.
Okay.
We're,
Just got really quiet all of a sudden. I just wanted to make sure.
no, we're just thinking of
tele-watching.
what he can do.
Well, I have
Well,
Brad's
you've-
deck list, so we can
Yeah, I was
definitely
going to say, does
look
he
at
have...
this.
Yeah, so like
He doesn't have any summons.
an
we know
Alexander
that.
would be good here but I feel like he would have just played that.
Yeah, Alexander would be an easy answer. I wonder what he's got in hand where he really can't play much here.
I wonder if he's gonna play it and choose something else.
I was going to say, looking at Brad's field right now, you wouldn't know he had win cards in there because
Yeah, true.
he
Yeah.
just looks like
an
Earth Ice right
yeah.
now.
Ice Earth deck. Oh, that seems like a good
There we
answer.
go. And
then you can reactivate.
probably reactivate Zed,
Yeah.
unless you've got something else to play this
Well,
turn,
no,
but-
you could reactivate your backups and then play the Tiger.
Oh, the Nimbus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
true.
play. That's for sure. That's got to be the play.
Yeah.
Yep. Good call. Good call.
I mean, granted, he's just gonna Althea that card back to hand.
Or you just freeze the Althea here.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's also a good option.
That's always the hardest part with these new ones is you're like, do you pick the backup or the forward?
I guess you just choose Veritas. I would think Althea would be the better option.
You think those are the mind games though? Brandon already kind of dual froze his Veritas before he even had the White Tiger out. I wonder if Brad's like, yeah, that's fine. That's the best target.
It could be. I mean, they're on comm, so
Yeah.
maybe he already said
Yeah.
it too. But. Well, and so like clearly with that Diabolos, that's again an example. Had Brad realized that the Behemoth K had that text on it, he would have just done that.
Well,
in
that's
the first
interesting.
place.
I don't know why he wouldn't have just done the Diabolos in the first place.
Because I think if he didn't think it was going to break, he was like, well, I'll just keep it frozen because it can't do anything while it's frozen. So
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's fair, but you still have the Althea, and you can always bring it back. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just think that doing the Diabolos and then doing the White Tiger is just a cleaner play in general. So, okay.
Oh, there you
there
go.
she
Good
is.
cheer.
So, what Althea could do here? He could Althea
combat
a
trick.
back.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a combat trick. Yeah.
yeah.
He's gonna Althea
We'll
that
see.
Veritas back to hand.
No, I would Althea one of the backups back to your hand.
Well, Althea leaves anyways. Then you go down to 4.
Yeah.
Well,
he might have Tempest Spellblade
if you control 4 or more backups.
So you need to be at 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the way that Brad needs to do this is he just needs to take the damage here.
I mean, that's pretty complicated. If he's got Tempest Spellblade in hand, obviously that's a much easier solution.
Ooh. Yeah, that's true.
That is fair.
And he gets to attack again, right?
Yeah. So if you're Brad, do you just take this, or do you,
just
risk it and see what he's
got? For
got?
sure, you just take this.
Yeah.
There's just no reason not to.
The only reason Brad's thinking about this is he's looking over all of his cards right now and thinking of what can he possibly do, or what can he possibly have in hand to kill this, and is it worth it?
Yeah.
But I don't think Brad realizes he can just bounce 2 backups back to hand and then trade.
But wait, even if he Tempest Spellblade, he can't attack again because he's already dull. Oh, it does reactivate. Sorry. Yeah, you're good.
Wouldn't that be awful if they didn't put that text on there? They're like, it can attack again.
There's a card that does it, isn't that a new card that's coming out?
Oh, the Ravana?
Yeah, the Ravana.
Yeah.
You have to have some other form of, like, something's got to
ice.
That's unfortunate to hit a lock into damage.
Yeah.
That would have been a good answer here.
I think that with that new Ravana, you just play some Ice Lightning and just have triple flying on the field, and then just
Is it a character? Is it just a character has to leave?
Yeah, it's just a character has to leave.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good idea, Max. So I don't know what Brandon's going to do with the rest of his turn here. Since Brad has the Nimbus out and Zide, he's got good pressure with his forwards. I'd really like to see him go to at least 4 backups, a win backup or something.
Yeah, something would be just...
I don't like him trying to subsist off of just 3. It's ironic he has these 2 summon canceling backups and Brandon has like no summons.
I'm curious of what Brandon's got in his hand because we don't know what he has in his hand because he got rid of everything that was in his hand that we saw.
Yeah.
So, but do you play? I would imagine you have to lead the Althea up. Let's see what he has. I would imagine that you could,
He's going to bounce Veritas.
Yeah, you either got to bounce the Veritas, you could play, yeah, okay, so that's what he's going to do.
He'll probably replay that.
Does he replay? Yeah.
Either that or he just plays the Veritas.
Yeah, he might just play him straight. Yep. So get rid of Zide.
Yeah, hopefully, I think you definitely get rid of that.
I know Brad loves that card, but hopefully he's not fool enough to be like, all right, I'll get rid of the Tiger. Unless he's got another one, I guess maybe that'd be the only reason.
If you have another one in hand, then I would imagine.
Yeah, maybe he does. I hope so. If he just picked that for no reason, there's already one in the break zone. So.
He has a true love for Zide.
Right?
True love for Zide, man.
Yeah, his what's in Brad's break zone? So you could always see a cryo option come down.
That's funny he runs cryo with so few summons. But maybe that's why. Maybe he's thinking.
Yeah, he plays 9. It's not.
But it's a lot of one-ups. It's a lot of one-ups, which is the issue.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he only played like 5 or 6. Maybe I was thinking of Brandon's list.
No, he plays like 9.
He's like 1 of Kusith, 1 of Misdragon, 1 of Zalira. You know, we keep talking bad about Brad, but Brad's up 3-1 right now.
Yeah,
I was saying
he's the one dealing damage here. Brandon hasn't swung in as of yet until the last turn.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Brad's in a necessarily bad position. I think what he could do is
certainly not using those Odins this game.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a big one. We get more information on Brandon's hand.
Ooh,
man.
I would
2 Aluas, a Behemoth King, and an Althea.
I would almost get rid of the Alua, right?
I think you
that's
have
one less Alua special you're gonna see later. If
yeah.
Now we picked the Althea.
That's all right.
Because I mean, he has enough to drop Behemoth King. Does he have enough to drop Behemoth King and Alua and Shoal next turn? He'd be on 4 backups.
No, he doesn't have enough.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
He does, doesn't he?
No.
I think he'll have to dump his whole hand, but because he'll get 2 for turn, he'll be at 5. Tap 3, pitch 1 Behemoth King. That'd leave him with 3 in hand. Tap 1, pitch 1 for Alua, and then you use the last Alua to Shoal, which would be 1, 2, 3,
now,
4, 5.
I wonder if Brad has something here. Like if he has a Hecaton chair, that's what I would play right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you called it.
And he's gonna have to discard, so he's gonna lose something.
So there goes that play. So if he was even thinking about it,
he's losing the shoulder. He's losing the Behemoth K.
Okay.
Alua's gone.
Do you think he should care about trying to get rid of the Veritas at all, or do you think he's just like,
no? I would leave that up because you already have the Althea gone. So.
True, but I just didn't know since the Conchiro was smaller. And I don't know. Maybe just I don't know.
Do you Hecaton the Veritas? Is that what you're considering?
Yeah, correct.
Brad.
Unless he thinks I guess I don't know. Part of me was like maybe you just bite the bullet and get rid of that trigger now, but maybe he can avoid it too. Maybe he just ignores the Veritas. Was he
always still? Oh, he did. He attacked the string.
He attacked.
Okay.
Why did he take the? Oh, he's just replaying it
to reset the power. Zidane in particular on this game for some reason, like his power never wants to be accurate.
Yeah, you got to be really careful. It's kind of like the old dice roll, man. Remember, bad players put dice on their cards, and then you just got to realize.
Actually, I think it's the other way around.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought great players put dice on their card, and other players go, "Oh, remember that thing that's invisible? You didn't know about it."
I'm just gonna do what we did last night when we were playing Cards at Your Place. Just use the dice to designate elements and stuff. I'll just use dice to designate if I have a Minwu on the field and just other obnoxious stuff.
The element was helpful for me. I don't know if it was for you.
It didn't bother me. So I mean, if that's something that helps people, it's definitely it doesn't bother me at all.
Now, Brad getting rid of the Alua it might be a little.
Well, and he knows he's got Shoal in hand, so
no, he doesn't.
Brandon
he doesn't have
He
Shoal.
discarded it.
Yeah,
he has
threw it out. He has a Behemoth K.
Whoa! Why would he throw it out?
I guess he valued the Behemoth K.
But it's Shoal. Unless he's doing the ultimate mind games and he has another one, and so he's like, "Look, I got rid of it."
Well, Brad can't put him to 5 right now.
No, he can't. Yeah.
I wonder if he doesn't know about that though.
You know, I'm curious. I wonder if Brad has Brandon's deck list up right now. That's something we'll have to ask him.
Yeah. Well, if he has if you have Shantoto, are you comfortable putting him to 5? Swing, Shantoto, get those guys off the board. I mean, yeah, he'll have Behemoth King, but that's not going to kill him.
I mean, it would definitely be a clean way to get rid of both of these forwards.
Well, look at it this way. He can swing him as Zidane, put him at 4, and then he still has Zide up, and neither of those forwards are going to swing past Zide.
Especially with two potential power bumps there in the back line. Yep, there's a Kunshira.
I don't think he put him in the 5 here, so.
Nope, he says forget that noise. Yeah. I'm putting him to whatever I want.
He must Shantoto here, because otherwise that Behemoth K comes down and puts him out of his
He'll just lose.
Yeah, he just loses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. There's something. Oh, it's a backup.
It's just backups. It's not forwards. Is he planning on locking?
Does he have enough in hand for it? Yeah, he'd have to dump his hand right now, unless he's got another Ochu.
There's a Riku coming down here, probably.
He had Shantoto. He threw 2 Shantoto away, and he's going to use the lock.
Well, he can't hit the Alua, so
yeah.
he's gonna hit
and there's no Althea. lock out 2 of those. I mean, if you lock out both Lightning CP, that forces Brandon to have a Lightning card in hand if he wants to use that Behemoth K.
Yeah, I don't like those odds. I think you still keep the Veritas down.
Well, no, I'm saying, yeah, that's true. Well, but you could break Veritas outright, or do you make him discard?
I think you would I think freezing the backups and discarding might be the best option here.
Yeah, I would say break Veritas and then sack Zidane to it. He's done his job.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then just freeze out 2 of his backups.
2 of his lightning ones. Force him to discard 2 cards from hand to really play out the Behemoth K.
He just cannot choose Alua. That's the whole thing.
That's one thing we know for sure. He cannot do that.
But if you break the Veritas, that way in case he does draw into Shoal, that's 1 less forward for him to attack with.
Yeah.
And again, you can just sack the Zidane here. You've got the Ocho as a second blocker.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do personally. I don't know if... Yep. So break Veritas. And then lock down 2 of those. Does it matter what you lock? Probably Red Mage and Chalinka, I guess.
No, I would lock out
just
both lightning.
Out both lightning or both wind, one of the 2. I wouldn't do that.
He must have heard me. Sorry, Brad. Well, I said both lightning originally, but yeah. But I understand his reasoning. He's like, well, these 2 have the action abilities, so.
Well, the Behemoth K, if he's worried about that getting haste, that already got haste. So.
Yeah. But maybe he's worried about something else.
Oh.
Because as scary as the Behemoth K is, he's still only going to deal him 2.
Yeah. He's got Lail up for any of the protections against like Alexander and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets. I think the Zidane getting rid of Zidane is the best option.
Yeah. He's already done his job.
Well, look at it this way. Brad's got to get through this turn, and it's looking pretty good for Brad if that's the case.
Yeah. Agreed. Do you guys like the lock over the Shantoto?
I think, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Now with him playing the Ochu on top of it, I like that better.
Yeah, having that extra blocker and attacker is going to be a big deal on the next turn.
Yeah. Ochu has become a forward with 7,000 power. I called it, man, when Alex and I were reviewing these monsters. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ochu be the one that gets the most. Gets the most love.
What did Matisky say in his video? I always default to him because he's a smart guy. He says it's the only one that was negatively costed, so it was free essentially.
Yeah.
And that was the only reason that one was going to see play.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, I think when we played the little draft sealed thing that we were messing around with, a lot of those 1-cost monsters were really good in draft sealed stuff.
In sealed, they were quite nice. I think obviously they've been trying to figure out something with these monsters for a long time. I think they have hit a good spot with the idea that at a certain damage they automatically become a forward. Because like when you had to pay to make them a forward, or they were only a forward on your turn, that still just made them too like nebulous to be good. Whereas here, again, your opponent can never like skip you from damage 2 to 7, so you will get that forward at some point.
I don't know about that, Travis. Like
I like the protection. I like the protection that you got when you got the ability to go in and out and pay when you wanted to. You could do it earlier if you wanted to, or you were protected from like Shantoto and stuff.
I've definitely pushed for like 5 damage in a turn before, so.
But not all in one swing where, like, I'm saying you'll get the chance to block with the monster.
That's fair.
My point.
I think Brandon's in a rough spot, like, because the Behemoth K, and I would almost just see what he has and put him down, because, like.
He needs defense right now, because otherwise Brad's just going to. He's got 2 big 9Ks at least. One that can get bigger. And an Ochu.
And then, like, the ultimate thing is, like, if he gets the Hecaton chair, he can Hecaton chair pretty much the Zed and make him 10k. And then that would kill the. I mean, obviously he'd have to draw it, but he also has Kryl, and I don't think he's seen any of his Kryls yet.
Well, he's got to have enough CP, right?
Well, yeah, that would still be enough CP.
Yeah, he does have an empty hand is the only thing.
But it would still be 2 CP, and then...
There's 1 Kryl in the break zone.
Oh, there is 1 Kryl in the break zone?
Yeah. He has hit 1 in there.
Yeah.
He's got to have some specific answers here.
We had a Stinian, too. Man, and having that Althea gone, I think, has actually really hurt Brandon.
Yeah.
Because a Justinian here on 5 backups would have been brutal. But, yeah, and, like, I don't know. Do you attack here? You want the 2 points of damage, but if you have Shoal, you don't care.
Oh, that would be really good of Brandon if he had the Shoal in hand and he could just avoid that. That would be crazy.
If he still has Althea, though, too, he can attack with the Behemoth K and then reactivate it with Althea. If he's still got it.
Yeah.
But then he'll be completely out of cards in hand.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But Brad's in top deck mode right now anyway, so.
Well, I guess let's flip over to Brad and see what outs he has in his deck.
There's a Kuchaspel and a Hecaton. There's a Hecaton.
Yeah.
That's all right. He can still draw the Crowd, like you were saying.
He has Unsaganashi.
That's a nail. That's a nail right there.
What does Brad even draw to get around that?
I don't think there's anything in his deck.
So to be fair, though, yes, he can reactivate them, but the Behemoth K is still a 9K, so Zide can get over it, and Locke can trade with it. And there's no Alua Shoal, so he can force out his forwards right now.
That's true. Force him to trade.
Like it won't kill him, but it will completely empty his board. And Brandon's also in top deck mode. So
yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Brandon still has Yasmat in his deck, doesn't he?
Oh man.
He's gonna take 1 damage. It's gonna be the Yasmat.
That would be.
I would definitely push here for sure. I wouldn't attack.
Oh, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Because you lose next turn, right?
Yeah. I wonder what he drew, though.
Yeah, you can't let that Behemoth. You have to kill it right now on the defense. Because you just lose if it attacks.
Right. That's Brandon's last Behemoth K, too.
Like I said, I don't know if it really even matters. Even if he didn't draw anything, you attack with... do you attack with Locke first or Zed?
Well, Zed can buff himself a little bit, right? So
yeah.
Let's say you just leave the backups. He has his Tyro's online now too, actually. So Locke can survive as well. So I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
What you do is you swing in, and then you swing in with the Ochu, and then you buff the Ochu, and then you'll trade with the Behemoth K, and then
regardless, whatever Brad swings with first, Brandon's taking that 6 point of damage. So
he's gonna play for that, Yasmat. There's the Kryl. Oh, but does he have enough to do anything with it? He's got 1 in hand.
Theoretically, he does. If he casts this, I mean, Brandon's just gonna use the Unsaganashi here anyways. So he's really just getting value off the Unsaganashi now instead of just using it to reactivate his forwards. So. Unless he's going to wait patiently, which would be the idea.
He's got Alexander, a Hecaton, and a Diabolos. He's got 2 Alexander. And he doesn't have any backups to target with Alexander, so...
He just needs that Hecaton. Hecaton's probably the only target.
Oh, you got a question going on.
You do not have to cast the summon right away.
I love that Riley always just knows what they're going to ask.
Thank you, Travis.
You're welcome. Riley, you are a psychic, or maybe you've just played with these guys long enough. You know what they're going to ask.
I think it's a common question. I think a lot of people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Get the wavelength.
Yeah, a lot of and to be fair, a lot of people have that. Oh, it comes in and I have to immediately use it, but it really just puts it in reserve till. Was there anything in Brandon's break zone? It's just another Alexander, right?
Alexander or the Odin.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So what he can do now is attack. The Unsaganashi pops, and then on the stack,
he just used the Hecaton, so he's gonna be in a world of hurt.
Yeah. And so then on the stack, you just have.
Oh, he's doing it on the stack of pulling back the Hecaton, so he cannot target it. So now the Hecaton's essentially useless, but it did force him to burn it off. So I don't know. nothing's really happened here. Well, lots of cards are being played. Still same game state here.
Wait. Does it have to be played this turn?
Yes. Yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, it just goes back to the break zone, I think. Yeah, if he casts it, it'll get removed. If he doesn't, it just goes back to the break zone.
You still push here. So
for sure,
100%. Because again, he can protect every single one of his forwards. Mm-hmm. No one's going to even die here.
You take this, and it's got to be
Although he did. Yeah, he did. Nope.
That's unfortunate.
So he's going to lose all his forwards. Well, actually.
Yeah.
No, he's got the Tyro,
he
so he can still attack the Ochu.
And he trades out the trades with the Ochu with the Behemoth Gay, probably.
Yeah. Make him use the Tyro. So let me check Brandon's break zone. Is that all of his Behemoth Kings?
That was his third one.
So I don't know what he could possibly top deck. 2 Hasties? Well, no, Kryle's still there to block, so it won't even matter.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Yeah, you definitely, because if you don't block with the Lua, if you block with Behemoth King here, Brad's just going to pump it.
Yeah.
The lock, and then he loses nothing.
Yeah, you force him to use the Tyro here.
Yep.
Trade out there.
All right. I'm assuming this is over. I don't know what Brandon could possibly pull out.
Aranea.
Oh,
that's true.
That would be pretty good.
Aranea.
With a Kunshira.
Wait,
or
how many
Alba.
How many are? Oh, yeah.
How many does he run?
He runs two, so it is.
It's possible. There's only one in the break zone. Nothing in damage. I mean, if he top decked it, you just like windmill slam that thing, right?
Yeah, he has Zemus too, right? He hasn't discarded his Zemus or taken his Zemus into damage.
No,
so
I haven't seen it yet.
Zemus to get one back.
He probably top decked the Yasmat just now.
Oh man, that would suck. That feels real bad.
I bet you it's Yasmat.
Yeah.
Yep. Woo!
I'm curious to see. What did he have? Show me your cards.
I'll ask him.
Show me what you've got.
Show me what you got. Let me see what you got.
Brad, apologies when you listen back to this. I know it felt like we were kind of down on you the whole time, but you really just stuck to your game and kept with it.
Stinian and Kunishiro. Dang.
I mean, if he'd had 5 backups, like I said, that Althea, because if he'd had 5 there, Astinian could have just come down and...
Yeah, that would have... Well, he still would have blocked. Yeah,
it wouldn't have been enough to finish him off.
Yeah.
But...
So that was 7-5.
Okay, so personally, I think Brandon's mistake was not pressing when he had the opportunity to press early on when Brandon was low. I think being low on backups, 3 backups, forcing him to play out expensive answers like Diabolos consistently, a lock consistently. He definitely would have been struggling.
Wait.
Yeah, they were removed from game, and then when he reset his deck, it just...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird that it just gets confused by that.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think Brandon, if he plays a little more aggressive earlier on, just make it... I
would love to see that Kunshira come down early. Off
he may have just not seen it. I mean, that's
which is fine. You can't do anything about that. No, some good navigating there by Brad. He really... That lock was a...
That was a good
lock as always, man. Coming in and just locking the game down.
Puns.
Hey, that's pretty good. And yeah, that Althea bouncing, not getting the Althea back down. I think he just would have had more options. 1, a 5th backup. 2, he can use that bounce protection. Like you said,
I think that was like a really good like option because whenever I first saw that, I was like, you might want to get rid of the Behemoth K or the Alua, but getting rid of the Althea with the Zidane, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That play definitely wasn't a thought on my mind, but
yeah,
that was definitely worked out for him.
If I were on the field with the ball in hand, it's not what I would have done, but I can't deny the results.
Hey, I didn't do it, but if I did do it, I'd write a book on how I did it.
Yep. Riley, this is the match I'm finally going to be right on. I'm telling you.
Maybe.
Is this
early Kunishira and Alba, 2 hasty cards.
See, and I wish I would have held on to those.
Does he? How many of the Albas does he run?
1.
Just oh man, he threw out his only Alba. That sucks.
He still has he still has Zemus. That's like really.
He can get it back. He has Zemus and Sage.
True. That's true.
And he really values Veritas.
That's so interesting.
No, you can only get summons back on Sage.
No, 4-cost Sage.
Oh,
yeah, it's a character.
Sorry. I was looking at 2. I was looking at 2-cost Sage. I was like, wait a second.
Specific. I was like, my bad.
I was like, if it's only summons, then everyone has been lying to me for years.
It's like, I haven't played that card wrong forever.
It was like last week in our podcast when I kept saying Yashulta, and then I said,
yeah, Yashulta.
Legend Yashulta. When Legend Yashulta. God. Just kept going.
There's Nordstalin.
Yeah. That's what I thought that Brandon was doing, was playing the Nordstalin.
Yeah. Does he have Nordstalin in his deck too?
He's got 3 of them, and he hasn't seen any of them.
Okay. Wow. That's unfortunate.
And I know,
coming down
I can already see it. Brandon's like, this hand sucks. This hand's trash.
Yeah.
All the time. It doesn't have Nordstalin there. Hand's garbage.
Yep.
No, he'll say that, and then he'll like turn 2 have like 5 backups, and you're just like,
exactly.
What? How does his hand suck? Or it'd be like, wow, this hand is poo poo, and then he draws. He's like, oh, never mind. I'm just like, all right. I'm just like, all right, Brandon.
Oh, there's the Althea. He doesn't even need Nordstalin anymore.
That's not bad. We just need to get a lightning CP, and we're set. We are set.
Yeah, there's no reason to play Nordstalin unless you search for another Nordstalin, because Althea is the only target for Nordstalin in there.
It's still value, though.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's a 2 CP backup, essentially. That's you win CP, so.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does Nordstalin, can it grab itself? Yeah, it can. How about that? What a card.
What a card. What a card.
All right, not to detract from the game here, but so I was kind of just doing mental math in my head, and I was like,
yeah,
what if Fire had a card that was like Sarah, but it searched out another Sarah that you could play that was another Sarah, and I was like, holy cow, that's Dominion Legionary. It's so good.
Yeah. And yet, people don't really use that a whole lot.
Yeah, no.
Probably just because it can only search itself, whereas obviously Sarah and Nordstalin can search a whole range of stuff.
Definitely have more.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Brad's got his backup lineup now.
Yeah,
I would say if he has a Zidane to follow this up with,
that would be really good.
That might be.
That'd be brutal. If he's got it,
if
he's got it, that I hate to ever call a game early, but that it would certainly be a great start for him.
I mean, I think in Storm that's like the ideal. Playing that Zidane on turn 2 there.
And then he just discarded the Alexander,
which is fine.
Yeah.
So this.
Yeah, I don't know how much that did. I mean, obviously it's nice to knock out Star Sibyl because you don't ever want them to get that free play. So that part, but like I don't know if you want to burn that on a Nordstalin.
No.
White Mage.
Oh, nice White Mage. What do we remove?
There's
2 summons. There's the Tiger.
One of the summons, I would assume.
Probably Hecaton.
Yeah.
Diabolos. Oh, no, he chose Diabolos.
Diabolos is probably a good target to get rid of. So.
That's true. He's got plenty of high cost stuff in his deck.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice summon to have on reserve.
Well, not even that. You can play Kryl into the Diabolos and get 2 chaos for the lock. So.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
Pretty good. I want Brandon to win this so we can go to game 3.
He's got a good opening. He just needs lightning CP is the only thing he's missing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to see that red mage or what was the other one he was running that was lightning?
I think we're going to see a Zidane come down. Maybe.
So? You think?
Yeah.
Or Tyro if you got it.
Nah, I definitely would play the Tyro here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you have it. I'm just saying, if you didn't have...
Yeah.
Boop.
Yep, there it is. Oh, he has the Sage in hand.
You hit Sage here.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's brutal if you do that.
Dang.
So why didn't he cast it?
I don't know.
I mean, he would have had to give up the Zidane and the Aranea, but he could have gotten one back if he wanted, like... Man, like, you really needed to get that lightning CP down, and you know your opponent plays Zidane. I 100% would have gone in on that.
That's questionable. I think you can play that either way.
I wonder.
Like you're playing your variances there.
I wonder if Brad will pick Zidane here because he values what's in his hand. No,
I think that.
No, you get the Sage.
Yeah.
Well, the Sage is gonna get back to Zidane anyways if you.
Yeah,
exactly. I'll say now he has to draw another lightning back up.
But she'll be okay. He should be able to get that.
all my hand ringing and watch. He's gonna slam one down instantly. And be like, yeah, no problem.
I'd imagine the Zidane comes down. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That comes down first.
See
what do we got, Brad? Show me the goods.
Show me what you got.
Show me the goods.
Thief battle.
Oh, goodbye, Tyro.
Yeah. That's the easy one.
Zalira.
So he did have the Tyro in hand. But
Yeah,
the Zidane was the better choice.
The better choice there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because he's on 4 and he has all 3 elements. So even though the Tyro would be great, he doesn't need it as badly.
It searches out your lock, man.
That's also true.
That's what you want that. You want that for the search. You don't really care for the color fixing when you're color fixed already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both players pluck out each other's backups.
That made Brandon feel much better about losing his Sage. I think you happily trade Zidanes here.
If you're Brad?
Yes, if you're either of them. Because they want to play more Zidanes.
Right? Zidane battle. It'd be funny if they both had Althea up and they both bounced it back.
Yeah, they just both burn. Well, that would be ridiculous.
Well, I mean, in theory, he could attack with the Zidane if he blocks. He could bounce it with Althea and then just replay it.
Yeah, that's true.
It is an option. Well, and you think that might be decent for Brad because you don't know if he has the lock in hand. Though Brad only has 3 cards in hand.
Yep, here's the offer.
Trade.
I mean, there's an easy chump block, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't let him deal you a point of damage and Althea back.
Exactly. I was say because then he's gonna get it back regardless.
Yeah, there it is. Wink. Get those arrows.
Just
out
as
of here,
I
Brad.
predicted.
We don't need arrows.
Sure, we do.
I like
It
how I
helps.
can remove people's arrows. I can also select cards and then I can put my own arrows out there, but I'm not gonna do that.
God, look at that Althea face. Oh, it's so derpy.
Jesus, I never noticed that.
Yeah, look at her face. She's like, dude. She's a princess too. She can be pulled off Sarah.
Yeah, this is really good. Think how good Wind Water would be. Sarah and Althea, and then you're just set up.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bounce Fina back. Be like, here, I'll just replay Fina.
Disgusting.
No disgusting. So we can put out the Althea again, reactivate one backup, and then just put out the Zidane on curve again still.
Yep. Or he just plays out Zidane.
Also true.
Play Zidane, say go. I vehemently dislike that phrase for anybody watching that says that.
Say go.
Just say pass. Don't say go. That's talking to you Kansas City players. Specifically.
So yep, he's doing my line. Although this way he will be at 2 in hand. So
I mean, if we're gonna talk about things that irk us, even
the backups on forwards.
Do not put your backups in front of your forwards. I'm sorry. Oh wow.
Well, there's a Yasmat. I mean, you snipe Veritas here?
I'm slamming I'm slamming Yasmin next turn. Everything, all is
Are
lost.
you really?
All is lost.
Does he have? Yeah, I mean, he would barely have enough CP to do it.
But what would the Yasmin even do?
Nothing. It just dies.
I think you just get rid of the Veritas here, right?
Probably.
I think so. It's too early for RNA. Again, what's he going to break? Nordstalin with Alexander? Who cares about that? Even if he did put down Yasmin, it wouldn't accomplish anything. So yeah, Veritas is the only one that will.
You could arguably say I'm going to let you keep Veritas in hand because it's dark CP and you're not getting anything out of it.
True.
But I think getting rid of it's probably the better option.
Yeah, I would say so.
Now, the one thing Brandon is going for him is he has the stronger Zidane right now, so he can freely swing in.
Yeah.
Man, this guy, I love this character. Next time I play 9, I'll have to remember I love this character because when I see this card do this kind of work, ripping sages out of people's hands, makes me hate him.
It's kind of a back and forth kind of game right now. What is no, we've determined that Brad's EX bursts aren't. They're just all searching.
You know what?
They're all just searching.
Yeah, they're all searching stuff. Yeah,
I'd say neither of them have, other than the Yasmat, if he's got a big forward out.
Big boy.
So now maybe Brandon will bounce his Zidane, replay the Althea, replay the Zidane.
The Cryo hit.
And that'll just be the rest of this game.
Yeah, no, that
doing Althea and Zidane.
That's an option for sure.
That's miserable. Oh.
Nope. No protection this time, son. You are done.
Get out of here. I mean, he can always play another one. But
can he?
Although I'm guessing that means that Brandon is still struggling for a lightning backup if he just pitched Aranea and Odin.
Quick deck analysis here. Brandon only plays 6 lightning backups.
Really?
Yeah.
He has Sage, Red Mage. What are his other ones?
Zemus.
2 Red Mage. Yeah, and Zemus. Wow, that's really
it?
weird.
Oh, okay.
So he plays 3 Red Mage, 2 Opus 1, and then 1 Opus 13, and he plays 2 Sages, 1 Opus 9, 1 Opus 1, and then he plays Zemus. That's actually kind of funny. All standard
Interesting.
units.
Are there any? Does he play Nordstalin? Brandon in his deck?
Brandon does, yeah.
Yes.
He plays 3, and then he has only Althea as his target.
Are there any Lightning Crystal Chronicle backups?
Yes. There's that one ugly thing that takes away counters.
There's that one ugly thing.
Oh, the little Sid
the onion
monster
looking thing.
Yeah.
He's Sid something, isn't he? He's an engineer.
He's a little Sid engineer that.
And there's Selkie.
That's right. Yeah,
but
Selkie's
there's
the
no
other one.
Selkie targets in Brandon's deck, so.
Interesting. Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't understand why he would bounce the dull the Althea if you just dull the Nordstalin instead.
Yeah.
Also, if you're doing 4 for something. Which
I can't wait for Vanille to be popular so I can use my Sid backup to remove counters on
Right.
Vanille. That's really great.
I mean, in theory, this could be where Neo Exodus comes down.
That would probably be pretty crippling.
Well, didn't we know he had Alexander in hand, or did he pitch it?
No, he got rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see one in the break.
Yeah.
No.
No, he still has it.
But
he still has it.
I think that's an earlier one.
Now, if he had a Zidane, what you could do is double Zidane him this turn, but
that would hurt.
Oh, nice. That's not terrible. Dull freeze Zidane. No more whacking us in the face.
And this is where Brad wants to be at 5 backups with all his colors.
Yep.
He's color fixed. So at this point, I don't think you even feel a need to do anything else this turn. Just wait, reload. You've got a summon cancel if you really need it. You've got Althea if you need it for some reason.
Well, Brandon's not going to play anything that's going to be a huge threat on this turn. He still needs lightning backup, and he's not got too many threats he can play down other than like Alua and maybe Alua, because he can't play Kunashira kindly. So
no, Brad's going in further. Oh, he just dumped his hand to put Zide out.
Yeah, that's a Brad.
What do we think about that?
If I've ever seen one.
All right, yeah, very Brad. He got rid of Zalira and Mist Dragon.
He said, I don't think any of these cards are good.
I don't understand why he. Oh, I guess because no matter what, you'll just Althea the Zide back. Okay, maybe he's trying to bait the Alexander out of his hand.
I don't know. I think Brad just likes Zide so much that he's like, nah, he's going out now.
Yeah, getting rid of the Mist Dragon is
questionable.
It's questionable for sure, but
well, and if he, I don't know. I like the Zalira too. Again, that could wipe out his entire board depending on what he's got.
And then
you just feel bad because you get Alexander that you saw in hand 2 turns ago.
Well, then you're just gonna Althea this back. No. But I don't.
You got nothing in hand. You just leave it on the field.
The Zide to die?
Oh, you're talking about that? Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about
he's saying he just protects it.
No.
I don't know about that one.
Sure. Why would I say? Surely Brandon knew he was going to do that, unless he just wants him to replay it next turn. But,
I think that I would have almost rather left the Layla and then just canceled the Alexander.
Well, he couldn't though. To get the Zide out, he had to play out everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in place of the Althea?
In place of the Althea.
Yeah.
Because then you still have the Z. You still have the Z on the field.
Yeah, but Althea, he can put it back down. It'll give him a CP back. So
I guess that's. I guess
also,
that's fair.
Layla is his only Earth CP too. So.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's true.
I would say that's the thing about Althea is like it really isn't much of a downside to keep replaying her because she keeps feeding back into herself.
Ridiculous.
Old derpy face. Derpy.
Herpy derpy derp.
Herpy derpy derp.
Okay.
Ooh, are we seeing a lock turn?
It's very possible because you can.
If you Althea right now, get one back, cast, and hell, if you got Ochu in hand too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. You could just play the Ochu.
Well, no,
you just play.
You can't have both, right? Because we know he has Zed and Althea.
Oh,
so he can't have both Ochu and Lock. He's got to have one or the other. Yep.
Lock.
Now you tap 2, discard Zide. And although it's Brad, so I wouldn't have been surprised if it's like he throws out Lock and he puts Zide back out. All right, so what do you do here?
Freeze backups and force him to discard.
Yeah.
He top decked Riku and Lock. He needed that exactly.
Yeah.
No wonder Brandon's like.
Yeah, he said unreal. Yeah, I would definitely.
Do you attempt to mess with the Althea? He'll probably just.
No, I wouldn't mess with the Althea. I would just have him discard.
Riley hitting us with our Yu-Gi-Oh references, which I love. But it does contain the unstoppable Lock. It's not possible. No one's ever been able to play him.
Yeah, I would say.
What?
Well, you could force him because, like, Zidane is kind of useless at the moment.
I feel like you hit the Moogle, the White Mage, and discard.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's the best play. But there is a theory that, like, since he doesn't have anything in his hand, even if the Zidane goes back to his hand, it's not going to be useful right now.
True.
He can Althea the Zidane back if he chooses to dual freeze the Althea and another backup, and then he can Althea the Zidane back and discard it if he wants to.
Yeah.
I think,
but like Max was saying, I don't think he even cares if he like replays it because he doesn't have anything in hand.
That's what I'm saying.
So
you would Althea back the Zidane and just discard the Zidane for the Lock discard.
Yeah, also true.
All of these terrible plays at his
Or what you do is, well, no, I say yeah. I think discard Dull Freeze the Mog and the White Mage are probably your options.
I don't know why there's so much thought going into this.
I was gonna say, what's taking
control of this game?
Do I have to call time? Unless Brandon's like trying to think of a response.
We're just harassing both of them. We're harassing Brad. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his issue.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You can't force him to discard because he just fizzles.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess even if you hit the Mog and the White, but no, if you hit the Mog and the White Mage, he can't bounce both of them back.
Oh, true.
So you'll
you're right.
You'll still get a free. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't think you
discard.
even mess with the Althea.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, let him bounce it. Like, so Brad's probably thinking, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he was probably thinking, I'll get Zidane, and Althea's like, no, don't do that. Hit the other two. He can't do it. Again, it would be terrible for him to bounce back this turn because now he'll have no backups next turn, which is not what he wants.
Travis, you're giving away too much information as a judge.
Yeah, but they can't hear me, right? They're not like tapped into this line.
No, you just said if he bounces both targets, it fizzles.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Typically you're just only allowed to answer the question that they ask.
What was his exact question? If I use the Dull Freeze effect, he bounces and fizzles both. See, but that's not really a question. That's just like words.
Yeah, and then you just look at him until he asks a question.
It's interesting because in like certain games, like you can ask questions. In other games, they're like you have to play and then I can answer your question.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I know you can ask how something is ruled.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
But like I remember playing in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they would be like. People would ask questions and it's like, well, is it about your current state? And they're like, no, and it's like, well, then I cannot answer your question.
Oh, okay, that's possible. I just remember
I don't know.
One time I was this is my horrible experience. I went to a states tournament for Pokemon, and it was an expanded tournament back when I think. I don't remember the set that it was, but it had Sun and Moon. So it was a Sun and Moon expanded tournament. I was playing, I think I was playing Decidueye or something like that. I don't remember. May even been before that. But I was playing an expanded tournament. This is all going to include judge rulings. This person I was playing against, let me remind you, I hadn't played Pokemon in probably 10 years. So I had little knowledge of what cards were or anything like that. They played a stadium, which reduced the amount of Pokemon that you can have on the field and on the bench. And I had too many Pokemon on the bench, and we're 4 or 5 turns in after I had played one. And he's like, can you reverse the state of play? I was like, no. And he's like, okay, well, you have to knock out each of those bench Pokemon, and then you have a 3-card prize penalty. So the person I was playing against took 6 prize cards off because of this one play that I didn't do. And I was like, okay. And I was already 0-5 at this point, so there was really no reason for me to play through the tournament. And I was like, if this person really wants to this badly win this game, I'm just going to give it to him, and I'm going to drop. Worst experience ever.
Well, while we were waiting for that, something you've said that's always resonated with me, Steven, is that you want to beat someone at their best. You want them to have made the best plays.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't actually want my opponent to lose because they did something that they didn't even understand or they didn't know, because, of course, the answer, if I'd known it worked that way, of course I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just not really into I know it's not tricking them, but the idea of like, you had no idea it even worked that way, so now I win.
I definitely think that there's a difference between, like, reading cards and then, like, difference between, like, certain effect, like, specific interactions, because like, at the end of the day, like, if you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what that does, and then you don't know and then it does something, like, you should read the card. And I mean, obviously we're talking about, like, a competitive tournament. We're not talking about like this, like, a casual tournament.
Yeah,
sure.
But at the same time, like, if the card states this, like, then you should read the card and be like, okay, it does this. I don't know, but I also misplay too, because I'm like, yes, I forgot that this card does this. And
well, but like in this, go ahead, man.
It's just like it just happens because the more cards you have, the more you got to remember.
Yeah. Well, and like in the lock example with the whole, because I remember explaining that to James about Diabolos, because I agree, it doesn't really make sense. Like, if he chooses Double Dull Freeze and discard, it doesn't make any sense that the discard wouldn't happen even if he bounces the freeze targets. Similar with Diabolos, like, it won't break it or it won't reactivate the backups. It's just like, why? Those are two completely independent things.
There's a lot of weird rulings and how cards resolve and stuff that are slightly different than most games in Final Fantasy, so
yeah,
you tend to have to explain a lot of stuff to newer players.
It was also, like, another thing that like, explaining, like, if you deal something damage and then set its power, it dies. Like, that was, like, trying to that's something newer. It's like, it's already taken this damage, like, and it's like, but that was before. It's like, no, but now it's power. It's kind of like that.
It is.
It's like
I've had to explain so many times to new people that, like, power and damage are two different things.
Well,
because I'll have like a 9K forward and they'll hit it for 4K and they'll be like, so they only have 5 left, right? I was like, well, they can take 5 more damage, but they still have 9,000 power.
So,
wait, what?
And I have a feeling I know what that's from. So
what is it?
The terrible starter kit rules that you get in there. It doesn't explain that at all. So it just says this thing has power when it takes damage. It has damage, but it does not explain that there's a difference between damage and power. So your brain connects the dots and says, okay, well, this must reduce the power of the forward when it takes damage. Then it can only block so many times, but it doesn't. It's literally two separate things. So, like, Magic the Gathering has both a toughness and power. So it has health and its strength listed on the card, like Hearthstone and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, that's why I say Hearthstone has the same thing.
But you just have the single value, even like Yu-Gi-Oh on there. I mean, it has
it has attack and defense. Yeah.
So just having one power thing on there, you're kind of like, oh, okay, it must be intertwined. It must be one thing. So
right, that's fair. That's a good point. To catch up on the game really quick, Brandon finally got a lightning backup down. He got a Sage hit into damage last turn by Brad. Both players the previous turn just, like, basically passed, didn't use any of their backup CP. Brad, however, is now bouncing Lock back to his hand, so I wonder if we're in for some Lock shenanigans.
Probably might see some Ochu come down here.
But this is on Brandon's turn, isn't it? Because he just played Red Mage.
I think it's on his end phase, maybe.
This is on Brad's or Brandon's phase.
Well, Brad better be careful. Brandon's not like, okay, well, bounce the Dane and pull Lock out of your hand.
Yeah.
Yep, did I just call it?
That's interesting.
Oh, Brad, come on. You had to have seen that coming. Yeah, he's totally just going to rip Lock out of his hand now.
How many?
Oh, are we Hackathon?
Dang. That's some big brain plays if that's what he's doing.
Whoa. So did he anticipate that, Brad? Did I sell you short?
That's pretty good.
That's some big brain plays there.
Because he knew.
Bigger brain plays. Brandon plays another Zidane.
Oh, that would be
right. We need the meme right now of the guy tapping his forehead with Brad.
Oh,
that says
yeah.
He can't bounce it back if it's dead.
Dead.
Oh, man.
I think.
So what's funny is, despite everything that has happened, they've both only taken 1 damage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think you just go ahead and you swing in here, and then you do all your lock shenanigans.
yeah,
We're not-
just in case he hits Yasmat.
We're not too far into the game now that I think about it. I don't know what turn this essentially is.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good for Brad.
Yeah, that's one less.
That's
summon to
all his
worry about.
Alexander's gone.
Is
Yep.
it? Oof. Yeah,
Get anything back.
that is tough.
I'm curious. So, the way. So you Althea reactivate. Hope for you. Maybe got like another reactivation.
You know what you could do is just Althea back the Riku, play Riku again,
Yeah.
reactivate that way, and that would be a cheaper way to get lockout. We'll see if he sees that line.
Wait, can he do that?
No, he because Althea can't choose herself.
Yeah. Not even that. Just Althea just came.
No, so I'm saying you. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was thinking of the bouncing, not the. Don't listen to me.
Disregard Travis.
Yeah, disregarded.
And
Sir, you have been disregarded. Dun 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 dun.
No.
My God, I've been disregarded. Dun 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 dun.
Disregard Travis again.
I'm wondering.
No, okay, he just played Althea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got a Hecaton again, I guess, if he needs it. He's got both his summon cancelers up, so.
True.
Mm-hmm.
See, if I am Brandon here, I just go move to Scoop Face.
You just giving up?
No. You can play.
Oh.
Well, that's a good card to play.
Yeah. Do you go haste or you search for an Odin?
For sure. If you can play it. Because Odin's
See what he's
going
got.
to get rid of that Riku, so you can't Althea that back.
2 are gone, so he has 1 left.
He's going to get the Odin. Now, what does he have to discard to kill that Riku? Oh, never mind.
He pitched the Odin.
Pitch the Odin. He says, I don't
So I guess he
care
doesn't
if you
really
lock
care about the Riku. Yeah.
Yeah, the lock's I think dead now.
Why is Locke dead?
Or
Still in his
not
hand,
Lock.
right?
I mean Edward. Sorry, the Edward special is dead.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just Brad doesn't even have to worry about it then, because he just plays the 6, right? 3 Odin, 3 Alexander. Oh well, holy crap! We just went through like 4 turns.
Oh
super
my
quick.
God, Judge.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We gotta rewind. Put your Sholto back on the field.
What did Brad do to do that?
I don't know.
He just went straight into attack phase when it was his turn.
Yeah.
It's a little aggressive there, Brad.
I was playing on Octagon the other night with a friend from Europe, and he had a bug where every time he would go to draw phase, it would draw him 4 cards. It would legit say draw phase, enter active phase, enter draw phase, and it would draw 2 cards twice.
That's
just like, what is
that's
going on?
interesting.
So he just had to constantly keep shuffling cards back into the deck.
He's trying to cheat you.
Right?
I just want to take the 2 cards that I want.
He's
each
trying to
turn.
give me the old, yeah, I swear it's not on purpose, not me.
It's, yeah.
Yes. He's like, sucker, it's totally on purpose.
Don't you lie to me.
Let's go, Riku. Let's go, cha-cha-cha.
Oh!
There's Yasmat. I don't know if it does anything for us here,
It just reactivates all of them.
but he has no summons left, so... I mean, I guess he can...
White mage?
He can White Mage if he wants, or Althea if he really wants to. Barrel Eye. Yeah, I feel like Brad's in such a good spot right now. But I mean, Brandon, surely he's not just done. We need, I don't know, we need pressure. We need a Behemoth K. We need a Stinian. We need something. I feel like he hasn't put any pressure on Brad at all.
Well, I mean, Brandon's the one that has all the haste here, so I mean, we could very easily see some burst damage coming from Brandon slamming down a Behemoth K when he's on damage 5, or we haven't seen Alua at all, so he still has 3 Alua. I mean,
and he's over halfway through his deck.
He's got a lot of options. He's got Kunashira too, so he's got two more of those in the deck. One's in the break zone. He has one more Astinian too, because Astinian is still in the deck.
I would love to see an Astinian right here. Can't be broken by lock. Even if you freeze it, he can always pop back up and attack if he has to.
Yeah, Brandon's got a lot of options here. I mean, Brad's only sitting at 1 damage, but Brandon can come back with a vengeance.
With a vengeance.
He's got.
What was the word I said earlier that began with a D? I can't remember it all of a sudden.
What?
What?
What was the word I was saying earlier?
Disregarded.
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 You thought I was saying something dirty.
Yeah, I was like, what D word are you talking about, Travis?
Why do you have that on your mind, Travis?
I'm thinking of the disregarded because I started picturing this like crime drama sitcom where some guy goes to his office and he's like, "Damn it, tell me where Sullivan is." He's like, "Jim, he's been disregarded." No, it can't be true. Tell me it's not true.
Disregarded.
I got the D word on my mind. Interesting. Okay, so he's got to have Tempest Spellblade here, right?
Yes.
Unless he really wants to pull off the Althea backup trick.
Which he might do just because it's Brandon. He wants to do it at least once.
Right. I believe it. I mean, you just let this go through, right? You have no reason to block this.
Yeah, that just goes through. Oh, my God.
Interesting.
He's doing it.
I mean, Brad's saying, show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
I dare you. I dare you. And Brad does still have Kunish, or, he could Hecaton. Does he have a Hecaton? Well, no, he only runs 2, right?
Yeah.
Or does he run 3?
2.
Okay, then never mind. He can't Hecaton.
Oh, it is the Kunashira. Special!
Tempest Spellblade! Bum, 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 bum.
Is that Dragon Ball Z intro?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know that one.
He's 9K.
Oh, okay.
Boop.
And
Protect
I swing in again.
Barrel Eye.
Attack.
So now he'll get 2 points of damage?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my damn.
Well,
he's gonna have
Tyro going
He's
ham.
going to have 10 cards in hand. What?
Not until he hits another Tyro off the next
this
exactly.
Boss battle? What are we watching?
Yeah, right. Is this boss battle?
Boss battle doesn't even have that many cards in
Yeah,
hand.
you can just hard cast lock at that point.
Hard cast lock twice. Oh, wow.
And then he's going for Neo.
Which is actually probably a good...
Yeah, because he doesn't really have an option, way to get rid of it.
Oh, because, all of his Alexanders are gone. Are both Yasmats gone?
Yeah.
One is. He does still have one left somewhere.
Wait, did Brandon cheat?
How so? What happened?
So with Kunshiro special, activate Kunshiro until the end of the turn. All forwards. Oh, never mind. It's not targeted. All forwards. Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was only one forward. I'm bad.
Nope. Stephen Riley, you've been disregarded. Bum, bum.
10 cards.
10 cards. This man.
Good gravy. Okay.
Take a picture. You'll never see that again.
He legit has a fifth of his deck in hand.
That's insane.
If Brad can't put on some pressure here, then something's terribly wrong.
Do you remember when we were at... Oh, I don't know if you guys were at this one. We went to a Crystal Cup, and we were playing Lion's Den, and there was a challenge on who can play the most amount of CP in one turn. And I feel like having 10 cards in your opening hand with all the Althea backups and all that stuff, I think you can get up there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
That's just
so we know he has Althea, Barrel Eye, and Neo X Death. Beyond, and then probably Locke. I think is still in there too. So you should be able to easily cast 3 things to get locked down to nothing. He's just got to math out how he wants to do it. He threw out a Northstalin. Yep. So Althea just says, "Hey, you're still working with all your backups. That's great."
I'm curious because he has the Barley. I don't know. I think you can't do the Barley right now. Otherwise, because that would be an easy way with the Althea to try to get rid of the 2 forwards on the field.
I mean, if you have an Oshu here, I mean, you can activate it too.
Yeah. Well, I'll say if you have Barrel Eye too, though, and then the lock comes down, you'll get a triple dull freeze if you make him discard. And that might just...
Still got Alua's, though. So if...
True, that is true. Yeah, I don't think we've seen a single one yet, have we?
No, we have not. Brandon is a hoarder of Alua's, so I'm sure... I'm sure he's probably got a few of them in hand.
I think Brash has got too many cards in his hand. He's trying to figure out how to do this.
Exactly. Too much math.
Like, all right, what do I even?
He's like,
what do I even cast here?
How do I go about doing this?
I mean, we're on 1 cast so far. I mean, he just needs 2 more. Lock will be 2. Like you said, well, he doesn't even have any summons left. I don't know if Brad knows his list that well or not.
Oh,
but
he should have
if he does, he doesn't need to keep up. Yeah, he doesn't need to keep up the Edward or the Lael. So he can just tap to his heart's content.
This has gone on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. I say no offense to Brandon. I almost kind of want Brad to win just so it'll be.
Yeah, please don't go to game 3 anymore.
I mean, yeah. Me going to work tomorrow makes me want this game to end soon. But I also understand that I want the best game possible.
Yeah, absolutely. If Brandon can pull it off.
There's the Barrel Eye.
So we tapped Coup, pitch Riku. So we got Barrel Eye. Now we still have a full starting hand of 5.
Tyro, Felthanos.
Oh, we had Felthanos in hand. How does he get the Felthanos out? Does he just tap Tyro?
Neo X Death.
And then we just tap for Lock.
Oh my god, that's a blowout turn.
Yeah, it is. So what do we? What do we hit here?
Force him to discard. Dual freeze another one.
Do you hit backups?
I would dull freeze the 2 lightning backups. Right.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah. No, that's a good point, Max. Just lock him out of that lightning CP. Yep. And then if he says discard, Barrel Eye will get his trigger.
Yep. Brandon's not a happy camper right now.
I'm picturing Brandon's just like scowling face in my mind's eye.
He definitely is scowling right now.
Someone just gave him a slip of paper that said, "Brandon, you've been disregarded." Dun, 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 dun. Yep. So there's the Barrel Eye Dull Freeze. So who do you hit here?
Just another backup.
Probably, I would choose the Mog.
Yeah.
Because though ultimately, like the White Mage could still break itself. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Hit the Mog.
And that's rough. No, he's gonna choose the White Mage, huh? I would choose.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because it can still, it's not like it can't tap and break itself, at least pay for its own CP.
Yeah, you're tapping another backup for it, if you really want to.
Right. So, which I don't think there's any value in that right now anyway.
Brad found a way to play out 9 cards in hand, so pretty impressive.
What do you take damage for? Oh, Riku hadn't even attacked yet?
No. That's interesting. I think I would have attacked with the Riku.
All right, Brad.
Well...
He's
got 6 in hand, but he has no lightning CP. Yeah, on the board.
And if he's not, he's still got to figure out a way to deal with Neo Exodus.
Yeah, or he's just gonna start losing cards at this point. Because I don't think he has any way to get rid of it unless he pulled Yasmat.
Well,
that's like his big answer.
He can't Kunshira special because he'll be.
I already did, yeah.
overpaying, right? Or can you do that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can do it. He could tap. He can pitch a lightning card from hand.
I think you can overpay for abilities.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was the same rule as
yeah, you can definitely
casting
for
words.
Okay. Don't listen to me. Disregard me.
Yeah. Max Ritter, you've been disregarded. Dun 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 dun.
No.
Yeah. No, you like fall. Your screen goes black and white.
I'm going straight to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make sure to have Sawyer put in some sweet effects on there or something.
Right. All right, like Sawyer, we need you to work overtime this week because we've got a lot we need edited.
Oh man.
Oh, I have him making me a play man. It's gonna be great. I gotta show you what you guys think once I get.
Nice.
Good.
So I assume that he's going if he discards the Alua here.
It's gonna be Behemoth King, right? And he had Yasmat.
Either it's the Behemoth K or an Estinian.
Interesting. Is he just 7?
He's lightning.
Oh yeah. Oh, so he's gonna do the. No, he can't. Lightning's on the field.
Yeah, that's what he was thinking. He's trying to play lightning, and lightning's on the field.
Well, now if you're Brad. Now if you're Brad.
All you do is you just Althea the lightning back to hand, probably.
Yeah.
You just Althea lightning, and then you discard that lightning for the other lightning.
Yeah, I'll say, and just do the same. So then, I guess you target what, the Lock and the Neo X Death.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you just let.
Nani? Is Yasmat good here?
It can't be Yasmat because he threw out Yasmat.
Yeah, he's
so if you do
just
Yasmat, I was gonna say you can either just you can get your CP back if that matters. You could just take out the Lock or the Neo right now.
Oh man,
because
the issue is I think he wanted to save the lightning with the Althea so he could replay it again the next turn.
But he can't do that if he bounces this one.
No, right. Because
that is a pickle. That is a pickle.
What Brandon's thought process was is that I'm going to play this lightning, and then when I choose Neo X Death, I'm going to choose the other lightning.
Right, yeah.
Oh, wait. That's lightning.
So, while we're kind of waiting here, what do you guys think of that new lightning card? Because I've seen it quite a lot. I think it's fine. It doesn't, blow me away, the 7 cost.
I like that one.
I think it's just kind of fine. I don't find it to be, overwhelmingly great or, poor. I'm kind of just yeah, it's solid. It just does what it does.
I like what it does. I wish it did more of what it does. Of what it do.
Well, then that would be a lot stronger if it did more of what it does.
What it does. Dig Dug.
Dig Doog.
Dig Doogie.
Dig. There he is. Okay, so we're bouncing her out. I mean, that's a pretty good swing play. We'll lose our lightning, so we'll still be outnumbered forward-wise, but permanent removal of... Man, Brandon has been able to instantly answer this Neo X Death every time.
Yeah, no. With the same card.
Yeah,
lightning,
yeah. It was
lightning
legit.
Seems to be a great answer for that, so...
So you know what he should actually do instead? Instead of targeting the lightning, because then Brad already threw out his Kusiths anyway, he should target one of his backups, let that Kunshira go up to 9k power. What
are you talking about? With lightning?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying he targets Lock and the Neo X Death, but then for the Neo X Death trigger, he sacks off a backup.
Yeah, but then he's allowed to get Neo X Death back to hand if lightning doesn't leave. If
true, but... Certainly not the straighter play, but gosh darn it, I just want to see that 9k cat.
Meow.
Yeah. Meow.
Meow. Well, now Brandon has 8 in hand. Good gravy.
Yeah, and then he's gonna play out the lightning here.
I wonder if he just dumps Yasmat here, or if he tries to hold on to it.
Oh, here he pitched.
Doesn't run Diabolos. He should run Diabolos in his deck. Because Diabolos is good.
Diabolos is good. But for this deck, he's been disregarded.
Disregarded.
Dun, dun, dun. Man, so he pitched 2 Alua, though. I kind of hate to see both those Shoals go. That might be his surprise way to get back in.
Yeah, that probably was.
Because, I mean, you can trick him into combat math, too. You can just, like, hey, surprise, my guys are suddenly bigger than you. And Brad has nothing to cancel that, so...
What does Brad have for kill spells?
Hecaton and Diabolos, if it's big enough.
Diabolos, Alexander.
Alright, so he still has everything. So, yeah, you're definitely going to want to choose to get rid of your lightning on the Neo-X Death trigger. Because you don't want him getting a lock in Neo-X Death back to hand.
But he would also have the biggest forward on the field right now if he doesn't give up lightning.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff Brad can draw to really, really turn the tides.
Well, how many... Because his Diabolos is already gone. It got removed earlier by White Mage.
Alexander and 2 Hecatons and...
Both of which are in the break zone. Miss Dragon's in the break zone. Zalira's in there. Kuset's
he has
in
Cryle,
there.
right?
He has Cryle, yeah.
That's true. Although 1 hit into damage.
So he's got one. He's got 1 Alexander still available. He's got 2 Zide.
What is he doing?
I don't know. I think he's only targeted Neo-X Death, so is he debating on the second target?
I think so. I thought it was pretty obvious to choose the lock.
I was going to say, I don't think you're really scared of Barrel Eye here, are you?
No, I don't think so.
No, I wonder if he's thinking about choosing his own forward.
He's trying to get something back, but then he can't sack off lightning.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
But then do you just...
Yeah, okay, he's getting rid of the Barrel Eye.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder why he fears the Barrel Eye more.
I wonder if he...
No, he went for the permanent, the banish. The entry banish. So again, my only concern here is, so he's only got 2 in hand. There's not going to be anything he can do on his opponent. He can't even use Spellblade right now. So Brad has no fear, and he can at least put him to 5, if not even 6.
Oh,
You think there's fear?
There's fear.
There's fear if he goes to 5, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He's only on 3 damage. Again, like, to me, Behemoth K isn't that threat. And he threw out 2 Aluas. Maybe I'm missing an angle here, but I wouldn't be that scared.
There's fear. There's always fear.
Always fear.
And then, yeah, if I'm Brad, I'd just swing in with the Riku too, right?
Yeah, there's no reason. Well, Aranea, again, if you put him to 6, so...
Yeah.
Be questionable.
Brandon might just block that too, though. I don't know if he wants to go to 6.
If I was Brandon, I'd take it. That's your out, man.
That's true. Played your outs. And I don't think we've seen no, there's one in the break zone. So there's one down there. Well, he's already... And we haven't seen a single Behemoth King yet.
Yeah.
So Brandon either has it in hand or surely he's going to draw it.
Second.
So if he does Behemoth King into Kunshira special, he could kill him.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, though, that...
He's going to get locked again.
Yeah, he's going to get locked again.
You're going to get locked again.
And then...
So if lock, what do you do? Do you shut down the Kunshira? Or do you stop the Althea?
Yeah,
do you take out the lightning CP?
I would say you have to do an Althea and probably... I think you could just do Althea Kunshira, right?
Yeah, you could.
Or you could just do Althea Red Mage or Althea either Red Mage, I guess.
What would you do, Steven?
You definitely discard.
Yeah, I think what I'm doing is I'm dual freezing his 2 lightning CP and probably forcing him to discard. Actually, that's probably terrible because you can just Althea back whatever's present. So Althea and probably one other backup.
Yeah, but he's only going to have 3 in hand, so he's not really going to have the luxury of being able to play that much.
Yeah, that's why I think you, because you don't want the Kunshira to go to 9K. So I think what you do is you just dual freeze Althea. Yeah, that's fine.
Takes out the Althea and Red Mage. Also have him discard. So even with a... Ooh, he had an Unsaganashi. Threw that out.
So this card's no good.
Unfortunate, but it didn't really save him last time. I mean, a Behemoth King here... well, let's see. If we... No, because he doesn't have enough to both play it and be able to Kunshira special.
Yeah.
So even if he's got it, he's just going to have a dull forward at the end of the day for Brad to just roll back over him. So, man, I don't know what Brandon could do here.
Brandon could have another lightning, couldn't he? Or am I crazy?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he'd have... How many does he run?
2.
2 of the 7 cost?
Yeah, are they both in there already?
Yeah, that would be pretty good here. Just remove both those forwards.
I think that's a snap play if he has that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, then he really would be putting Brad on the back foot.
Yeah.
Because Brad's basically tapped his hand out.
Might see a big old Zidane come down. Or all of those gone.
I mean, if you have Behemoth K, you still put it out regardless, right? It's still a big body.
Yeah,
it still threatens
it's still gonna block something.
And there's no Tyro bump this time, so it could trade out with the lock. Mm-hmm. Or you could let the lock through, and then it can just protect against the Riku. And like you said, maybe hope
that's
that
actually
Aranea...
probably the play. Assuming Brad doesn't replay the lock.
Okay, so it's the Behemoth K.
Interesting.
What did he discard?
He threw out the other Unsaganashi. He could have played that.
I mean, no, he couldn't have, could he? It would have been left in hand.
He's got 2 backups up still.
Yeah, because he had a discard too.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. He couldn't have. But still, like, unless he... I mean, the White Mage can just tap it. I don't know. I guess that's not...
Oops.
Well, we hit the White Tiger. That's good, because that would have just ended the game right there. But Star Sibyl's going to fetch... Oh, here he comes. Brad's just thinking, finally, our Lord and Savior.
I'm going to win with him on the field.
Yeah, he won't have done anything. He'll just be on the field when he wins. So.
I just need to win with him on the field. They can't get
Look
their
at
turns.
these next level.
I don't.
Brandon's passing in the middle of his main phase, but Reshi said,
right back at you.
How did he even take turn from him? It says Brad took turn.
Wait, what?
Brad. That's so... Yeah, because look, it says he moved Zed, and then Reshi took his turn somehow.
Yeah, that's weird.
It actually said Brad entered his second main phase.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's stroking out here.
Right.
All right, that's a fair block. Does Brad have an answer for Behemoth K?
He better have Zalira. Brad, what are you doing?
Oh, he's...
Okay, I was like...
He's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, gents, I think that's GG. I don't know what he could possibly top deck. Well, wait. Which he just hit one into damage. Yeah?
Come on, Octagon. Do your thing.
Wait, why did he reactivate his backups?
He Diabolist. Oh, yeah, why did he
do that?
I guess it wouldn't matter.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter, yeah.
Did you do it, Brandon?
Dude, if Brandon pulls this off right here.
Snap.
If he's got it, you just snap it.
Yeah.
So.
Even if it's Estinian. No!
That is a 2-0 in favor of our good friend Brad. GG. Well played, gents. That was quite the grind. Brad, you really showed up big, man. Well done. All right, boys, let's sign off, and we'll say goodbye to the folks for watching.
Goodbye, folks, for this long-winded cast.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
It's been fun.